We start off the cleanse section with this group by Knave. Knave was our top seller at last year's sale, and he was certainly a favourite, and we were very pleased. We've used him quite a bit as a lamb. 75 and 76 are a set of twins here. Since filming, we've withdrawn 76. He's just he's looking off colour here, and he's not improved. So we've pulled him from the sale, which leaves 75, who's a registered ram. We clipped him early for the show, and so he's got a bit more wool on than everybody else. So he's but it doesn't look it. He's got a really good skin, nice colours, and he's a deep, wide, fleshy sheep with a nice style and character that we were expecting from these Knaves. 77 here's one of my favourites, and he's one of a set of twins here again, with his mate 78 being the registered one of the two that we used him as a lamb. 77 is a medium framed sheep, lovely movement and carriage, really good in his pins and a phenomenal width behind. He's a wee bit pink in his nose, otherwise he'd have been staying here, I think. 78's the longer of the two. He reminds me a lot of Kestrel that his mother bred the time before, in that he's long, deep, and really level topped. Great mouths, both of these rams. Two medium framed, thicker, fairly fleshy registered rams this time. 79 was Legacy. We used him last year. He was the pick of the top lambs. A good strong sheep, a lot of width, but he still displays correctness and good character. Fairly medium dimensioned out of one of our top ewes. And 80, a chunky sheep, smart, not very big, but out of a big ewe. He's a lot of body and tight skin, but he's well wooled throughout. And two smaller framed registered sheep. 81 is a really stylish ram, real bold eye, smooth hair, square stance. He's got a right cocky way of moving, and he's a real nice and thick ram. 82 is probably the proudest sheep I've ever met, but he's got a lot to be proud of. His teeth and his testicles, and his warm white hair, and his width across his hind legs, and his hip structure. I think he's a cracker. His mother was a twin to Jailbreak, who bred nicely with us. 83 is the last registered Knave. He's a nice balanced wedge-shaped sheep and a good mid-range size. 84 is a similar sheep, nicely balanced, good dimension, and that sort of quality hair and skin. And 85, deep, wide and fleshy sheep, not just a flash of some of the others, but is out of a 9-crop legend ewe who's really pulled her weight over her time. 83 is the Goldilocks of these registered Knave rams. He's not too big, he's not too small, he's just nice mid-ranged. He's not too fat, not too lean, I just is an all-round nice balanced sheep. Now 86 is a big bodied ram in a small frame. 87 a nicely bodied, well wooled ram, the nice stance and movement. And 88 is a smaller made sheep, but well proportioned and certainly going to bring down new size. These Rubens are higher fat sheep. They're going to bring down new size. There's plenty of lambs, good mothers, and they've generally a pretty canny disposition. 86 on the left there is the registered one. He's a nice wedge shape, and he's wide and deep behind. And 87 is a lovely stance and a nice mover, and a really high fat figure. 89 is a big bodied long sheep with a bit of power for a Reuben. And he's followed by his little twin brother, who's the registered ram. He's a nicely put together little sheep, and smart, stocky, and really level like his father. I can't decide if that 89 sheep throws a back leg sometimes. I think you'd be better to look yourself. But the 90 sheep's a really smart little sheep, and we use his sire quite a bit on gimmers. They're very low birth weight and very easy lambing.